Good morning. Beautiful day, y'all. I'm Julie, Mama Jules Marshall. Today I want to talk about our health and well-being, but ours is to share. Now, today's scripture reading was Psalm 38 for the 38th day in the year. And this is for the addict. This is for the drunk, the alcoholic, those that are still suffering, those who may still be even dry drunk, an addict who's not necessarily using, has found other alternatives but has not found God. Maybe one that's struggling, has a pull towards it, but not quite sure what. This is for them. Psalms 38, or Psalm, I don't know why I keep adding plurals. Psalm 38. O Lord, don't rebuke me in your anger or discipline me in your rage. Your arrows have struck deep, and your blows are crushing me. Because of your anger, my whole body is sick. My health is broken because of my sins. My guilt overwhelms me. It is a burden too heavy to bear. My wounds fester and stink because of my foolish sins. I am bent over and racked with pain. All day long I walk around filled with grief. A raging fever burns within me, and my health is broken. I am exhausted and completely crushed. My groans come from an anguished heart. You know what I long for, Lord. You hear my every sigh. My heart beats wildly, my strength fails, and I am going blind. My loved ones and friends stay away, fearing my disease. Even my own family stands at a distance. Meanwhile, my enemies lay traps to kill me. Those who wish me harm make plans to ruin me. All day long, they plan their treachery. But I am deaf to all their threats. I am silent before them as one who cannot speak. I choose to hear nothing. I make no reply. For I am waiting for you, Lord. You must answer for me, O Lord my God. I prayed, don't let my enemies gloat over me and rejoice at my downfall. I am on the verge of collapse, facing constant pain, but I confess my sins. I'm deeply sorry for what I have done. I have many aggressive enemies. They hate me without reason. They repay me evil for good and oppose me for pursuing good. Do not abandon me, O Lord. Do not stand at a distance, my God. Come quickly to help me, O Lord, my Savior. Psalm 39. I'm going to continue on with this because this is still part of it. I said to myself, I will watch what I do and not sin in what I say. I will hold my tongue when the ungodly are around me. But as I stood there in silence, not even speaking of good things, the turmoil within me grew worse. The more I thought about it, the hotter I got, igniting a fire of words. Lord, remind me how brief my time on earth will be. Remind me that my days are numbered, how fleeting my life is. You have made my life no longer than the width of my hand. My entire lifetime is just a moment to you. At best, each of us is but a breath. We are his children. He gave us breath. He gave us life. And he will judge us in that what we have chosen to do with that life. You know, the seeds that fall in the sand, in the ground, the rocks, they're all prevalent to where they're raised in, what they're born in. I know I was good soil. I can feel it. And I know a lot of y'all do too. He doesn't make bunk. He doesn't. But there's a lot of bunk made in the world. Remember, they're not all going to choose. They're not all going to choose life. They're not all going to choose Christ. And in that, we are going to constantly suffer that. We are in the end days. And in that, there are 2/3 against us of what 1/3 will collect and will realize their forgiveness that they've been given. Stay strong, y'all. Wherever you are in your life, wherever you are in your walk. And in particular, if you're just getting to know him, it is a better life that you will lead with the experience, strength, and hope that you will gain through Jesus Christ's forgiveness. The forgiveness of God because of the blood that Christ sacrificed for us, that our brother did for us, because he was born in flesh and breathed life by God, even though he is God. So I have to go out and start doing. It is a beautiful day outside, and I am still in my own phase of pleading out to God to hear me. But it's not him that I'm actually pleading out to hear me. He hears me every day. It's to you. It's to y'all. It's to my fellow brethren, my fellow Americans, my fellow humans. It's to all of you that I plead for. It's to all of you that my heart breaks for. Just like Christ did. I feel it. And a lot of you all can too. But it's how you respond to it. How do you change that? Do you go out and do? Do you do for others? You know, when I started this whole egg thing, you know, because I have more eggs than I can eat. You know, it was going to sell them, and I did sell a few, but I that's not what I need to do. What I need to do is give them away, give them to those who need them, and that's my abundancy. You know, he said, "Those who gather grapes with your abundance of grapes, leave them for those who need," and that's what I'm going to do, and I will give them away. I'm going to get some cartons, recyclable cartons, and I will use those, and I will, you know, to those who I know are in need and will do, I'm going to give them to. And it don't matter in my book, you know, if you can afford it, pay it forward, donate, whatever, pass it on. Everybody's in a need in one way, shape, or form. Everybody. And even if they have monetary value and they don't have a need for financial, bet you have a need for spiritual. Bet you have a need of understanding and sympathizing and compassion and getting out there and doing something with the people. There are a lot of people in suffering, and they're not going to know. You're not going to know who needs it unless you get out there and start doing with other people. I do 4 days out of the week. I go to work, and I work as a cashier. And I want to share that with y'all, but I can't do it unless y'all subscribe and share this with other people, because that's the only way my boss is going to see that it's growing, that there's a progress here, that I'm reaching more than just a few people in the neighborhood, that I've reached more people. I know that there are a lot of, and I'm sorry, y'all. I put this out there too. Hopefully you're on the right one. I do have an older one that does have other step work on it, and I can't gain access to that right now. I don't remember the password, nor do I have the time and tolerance on my phone, because it keeps wanting to save password, and if it's not the right password, no, I don't want it to save, so I can't do that. I need a computer that I can bypass that type of thing on a lot easier than it is for me to do with this phone. So, my apologies. I am contemplating a name an alternate name than the My Jewels 68 that it's sitting on right now, because that was the original title thing that I had started this one with years ago. I'm talking over 10 years ago. So I'm thinking, but I don't know what. I don't. I think I had something. Uh, Marshall Marshall Sobriety Farms, no, or Mama Marshall Sobriety Farms, or Mama Marshall Farms. I don't know. I want to get the sobriety part in there. I want it to be known that this is a form. This is sober living. That's the attractant. How do I do it sober? How do I do all of life sober? So I guess it's going to be Mama Marshall Sober Farms. I don't know. Y'all comment. Um, I need some input. I don't have that much right now. I know I have 84 subs and hopefully growing. But there's not much interaction, and I'm feeling really lacked on that. So you know, I need some comments, y'all. I need some interaction. Um, what do y'all, besides any kind of step work and Bible reading and getting out to the chickens? It's getting better in weather right now, so I can do that. But I've still got a lot of work to get done out there. Then I don't have the video time, record time on my phone, upload time to do a lot of this stuff on video. I could try. So I'm going to make this short and sweet and put it out there and start working. And hopefully this will link up right to where I have my video will back up and my video will load and I'm not having no premieres every day is I'm trying, and it's harder on other days than not, but I do want to do this on a daily thing. I do want to make this a daily thing, just like it is for my sobriety, for your all sobriety. Every day it takes work, every single day, and sometimes it's mundane, sometimes it's the same thing over and over again. But it's not necessarily insanity, because you're not expecting different results. You're getting a decent result, especially when you're in the Word. So there's that. I'm going to hit 15 minutes, I think, before I actually finish this up. And my dog's looking funny. Are you sniffing? Mice again? Don't be eating more mice poop. Yeah, he stopped. Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing. Huh. I love you. So anyways, y'all have a beautiful day. Get out there and share the experience, strength, and hope of somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be you, but somebody and hopefully it is you. Hopefully you start getting out of that stuck in a rut, stagnant, pity party crap. So anyways, I'm rambling. Let's stop waffling and start working. Y'all, you have a beautiful day. I hope that other people will start liking and subbing and sharing. And I know there's a lot more sober people out there than just 84 people. A lot more. We're not going to get any further in it until we start subbing and some liking and some sharing and some team up. I would love to have a live on this to where I can sit there and have questions and answers and a discussion about our sobriety and our living. I have no problem with that. I would love to do that. And I think we can do that on this platform. It takes the respect of all of us to do it together. You put out a not just a one word statement. You don't type a little thing that's just long enough, few sentences to get your point across or your question across, and we'll talk about it. I'll get into the Word. I've got a great Bible, and y'all can get one too. It's any Christian bookstore should have the Life Recovery Bible. It is in the second edition, and I love it. It's a great reference book. It's got references in the back, and I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. But I'm letting him do my walking because I know that there is two different kind of concordances back there, references, one for the step work side of it and the other for the biblical side of it. And it's kind of cool because I can just go to the back and I close my eyes and I know that there's a page in general and I'll whatever random page and stick my finger somewhere in one of those two columns and then hold it and pull it open and look. And whatever that one is that is on my finger, that's what I'm going to look up and work for. And he does work with y'all. You know, he does. It's just opening the Bible. Yeah, there's a lot there. Sometimes we might, if you're in the wrong kind of Bible, that thee, thou, thou, they, she, she, sha, tu, you know, you're not going to get it. Don't cut your nose off to spite your face. Get a Bible that you can understand. Get a Bible that is in a better, newer translation, a more thorough translation than that King James Version, because that was the first piss poor translation that they did. And he acknowledges that. It's not necessarily a false writing, but it's a man's writing and man's translation from the original text that was not accurate. And he says that. It is in the Bible. It is right there. I think it's in Peter's. We'll get to that. We'll cover it. And given time, this is going to come back into my brain. Wow, I've gone over 15 minutes. I got to do this. So anyways, I got to get out there and start pulling some weeds. I've got a lot of weeds growing out there right now. It's growing. And I was out. Okay, I'll confess. I spent $18 and change yesterday, and I rented a metal detector. I did. And I thought, you know, there was a lot of random string out there. Well, it didn't occur to me until I found one that was right around the ring for the trees. You know, there's a frame that was in the grounds that they used for the trees. And that's what they used to keep the trees stable, was this rope or something, because I found it just there randomly on the side. No treasures, just garbage. I don't think I'm going to find anything other than tin and rusting metal. So, yes, I still need to get the yard cleaned up in order for some of that to be gone and us to be able to plant any kind of gardening. I've got to get it cleaned out. And I can't necessarily do it with the rototiller because there's so much crap in there that it will end up either jamming it up or bending it or tweaking it or something. Murphy's Law, right? No, it's called the devil. It's the same thing. But, you know, you're going to have challenges. It's everything in life. You're going to have challenges. It's the way it is. Thistles and thorns, y'all. Thistles and thorns. So, you'll go out there, kick some butt, hug some shoulders. Not butts. Kick butt, hug shoulders. And touch some hearts. Maybe even yours. You never know what you're going to change until you go out there to do something. Get into some action, y'all. Get off your butt and move it. I might make some fun videos. I've been seeing some fun songs that I think I might be able to have some fun too. So, anyways, y'all have a beautiful day. I'm out. Bye.